Here we go, back again with another match day preview. Yes, with 2 games to go in the league. That is 2 league games to go before the playoffs. Happy days, the promised land, the playoffs to the promised land in the Premier League. Will it happen this season? Congratulations to Leeds and Burnley making it to the Premier League. Of course, you've got the back end, the funds and the parachute payments, obviously, to do that kind of job. Lots of money for Burnley and Leeds. Sunderland have been on a bit of a, we do have a budget. We are running a tight ship. Some say it's a great idea. Some say we should spend more. But it is what it is. We'll see what the final outcome is this season. But Sunderland do travel to Oxford, the Kassam Stadium, which was only just opened back in 2001. Now, is this the ground with the 3 sides and the one end not finished still? I can't quite remember about that. But I want to say well done, Oxford. You've had a decent season. Now you have Gary Rowett as your head coach. You could end on a high. Hopefully not at the expense of Sunderland, though. 1893 is when Oxford was founded at 131 years young. Like I said, Gary Rowett, been in charge 24 games now. Won 8, drawn 7, lost 9 with a 33% win ratio. But Sunderland, yes, we've, I get what Regis Lebrie's been doing. If he's the guy in charge, which I like to think, I let to believe he is, I guess what I understand what he's done. We've got players injured like Mundell, Serkin, Ballard, Sealt, who could be back in the next upcoming games. So he's had to rotate his squad to freshen up the squad. We've got a young bunch of lads at our team, and a lot of them have played a lot of games all season. So for me, to bring in some of the second string and get them ready just in case they needed. I mean, I thought Anderson had a decent game at the weekend, So to get some of these players a bit experienced just in case, because you don't know what's going to come around the corner. Touch God forbid we don't get any more injuries, but you just don't know. So it's good to have the players up to scratch and resting players like Neil and Job in midfield where they've been in the engine room for the whole season. Now, people can come on here and I know I've done it myself. We can criticise players for playing under par. But at some point in this season, we have played well to get the 4th position. It's not rocket science. We have done. We've played well at the beginning of the season, and we have tapered off in the last few games. We've lost the last 3, and we drew the 4th game before that. But now it's time to up the ante. It's time now to take control back and play the first squad. So if Regis Lebrie, I'm led to believe he's going to play his full strength team in the last 2 games to get that momentum going, to get the fitness back, to get, everyone singing for him, same hymn sheet, ready for the playoffs. Now, I'm actually feeling quite confident. Sometimes I can be on a bit of a downer, usually the same. But for some bizarre reason, I feel really confident about the playoffs. I really do. I really feel we'll make it to Wembley. Now you can come on in and say, daft lad, I think you're a bit too, away with the fairies. But I really do, honestly, I do. I think with the next 2 games, we'll see a different Sunderland. I think we'll see, we won't be going all hell for leather, of course, because we've got to save ourselves a little bit for the playoffs still. You don't want to get injured, going in daft challenges, getting red cards, this, that and the other. But I think we'll have a better game plan. I think we'll execute the game plan better. And I think we'll see our first team. I think Patterson for me. I think my first 11 with the players that are injured right now, I think is Patterson, Hume, Mepham, O'Nien, Yelder. That's the back 5. Then we got Job, Neil and Lefay's number 10. Roberts, Meander and Isidore. That's your full package. Whether you want to do that or not. For me, there's no point playing Watson now. Keep him on the bench just in case. Mundell gets into the team for me if and when he gets fit. But again, you can't just walk straight into the side for 90 minutes, can you? So I'm hoping he gets back for this weekend or the weekend after and plays about 20-30 minutes. Ready for the playoffs. That's just what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he gets some game time before the playoffs because we need Mundell on the left hand side. For me, he's one of the stars of the team. If that means Meander goes up top and Isidore goes on the bench, then so be it. But that's the team I think I would start. Patterson, Hume, Mepham, O'Nien, Yelder, Job, Neil, Lefay in number 10. Roberts, Mienda and Isidore. That's my team. That's what I think we should start. My opinion anyway. Now, Oxford, they can still go down. That's the thing. So they're going to be up for a fight. And they've had some, I think they've had some pretty good results of late. The weekend they've got a draw against Cardiff. Now Cardiff are fighting for their lives. They're below Oxford, so that's a good result for Oxford. They only got beat 1-0 off Leeds. So again, at home, that shows that they've got some fight and some spirit in them. They beat Sheffield Wednesday away. Sheffield Wednesday beat Middlesbrough at the weekend. So that result in itself is good form from Oxford. They lost at home to QPR 3-1, which was a bit funny, bit of a dodgy result. But they beat Sheffield United. They beat both Sheffields in the last 4 games. And then lost to Bury. So they have got some good form. Gary Rowett, and see what he's doing. He's turning the squad around and they are fighting. They are fighting for survival, which is the thing. So are we going to get in the right battle this weekend with Oxford? Or are we going to just use this game at the weekend to try and do the high press, to try and create a lot of chances, to try and play good football, but not get into a battle? Do you want a Sunderland team so close to the playoff finals, semi-finals, to get in the right old battle with Oxford this weekend? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. We do want the fitness and the sharpness to come back. We want a bit of, cohesion in that side. So we've got to have at least 80%, going for it. But for me, full throttle, I don't really think so. That's just my opinion. I think, we'll have this game, get the team settled again, get them playing good football, then up the ante again for the last home game of the season, ready for the playoffs. Let's look who's behind Sunderland. Bristol City, 67 points. Away at the Leeds at the weekend. Leeds have been promoted and they're on the beach. Well, Bristol City have find this game easier than some games. Coventry away to Luton. Luton, wow. Look at the bottom of the table. 19th place Oxford. So well done Oxford so far this season. I do hope you survive, mine Oxford. But obviously I don't want you to beat Sunderland. A draw? Fair enough, whatever. On 49 points. Hull 48, Derby 46. Now for me, Hull and Derby, I think they're going to be safe because of the goal difference. Luton on 46, 3 points behind Oxford, but with a worse goal difference of a -5. So Luton in the bottom 3. So Luton away to Coventry. Are Coventry going to slip up so close to the end? Who do you want to play? I'm happy to play Bristol City over 2 legs. I'd be happy to play Middlesbrough over 2 legs. And to be honest, I'm not bothered about Coventry over 2 legs. Because I think we'll make the final. I think we've got enough strength and depth when our players come back to make the playoff final. Sheffield United, if they make the final, it's a different kettle of fish. Now, Cardiff, 43 points, second off bottom, and Plymouth, 43, second off bottom. So much to play for. Any of the 6, 3 of the 6 get relegated. It is really good. Oxford, -18. Now, we got Hull and Derby, -8, -9. Luton -23, Cardiff -23. So, for me, this is a big game for Oxford. Now, if we can come out there, put a good show, good performance, keep a clean sheet, hopefully score a couple of goals, I'm going to go for Sunderland 2-0 win. That's just my opinion. They've got a danger man up top with Harris, 85 games, 21 goals. We beat them at home, didn't we? We beat them very comfortably at home. I remember at the stadium of 2-0 when Isidore scored that cracking goal. But like I said, they are fighting and scrapping for their lives, and the results in the last 5 games shows that they can pull out a good performance. And under Gary Rowett, he's changed the team around and he's got them playing good football. So I wish them all the best, but I'm hoping for a Sunderland 2-0 win. Leave me your score predictions down below. I've got, that England shirt to give away still, and a couple of these shirts to give away. They're not Sunderland shirts, but they do have the sun on the back. And there's some kind of a Mexican shirt, but something to do with Atletico Bilbao, something like that. So, but it's red and white, so a couple of those extra large shirts and a large England shirt. So leave your score prediction down below with a goal scorer. And also, what's your team? What's your best 11 right now? For me, obviously Patterson. Simple as, you can't replace Patterson right now. Hume, best right back for me, if not one of the best, obviously the best right back in Championship. Mepem 09, Yelde. Serkin, I like Serkin, but Serkin's injured and I wouldn't want him to walk straight back into the side and get injured again, so there's no point. Get him on the bench, get him 20 minutes in the next game, and then if he's called upon in the playoffs, he's ready. But for me, Yelde seems to be the fittest one out of the bunch, so I think he's been playing all right, Yelde. I don't mind Yelde. 09, that's a back four. Then we got, I'd rest Chris Rigg. I'd have Joe Neil Fair, Chris Rigg off the bench. There's my three. Roberts, Miendo and Isidore. There's nobody else really, is there? Let's face it. Watson, for me, he's not our player anymore. So for me, he drops out. He comes in if we need him. And I'm sure he'll do his best. But Mundle is the key. I don't know when Mundle's back. I heard the playoffs. I'm hoping against QPR and he can get a good 30 minutes in at least, and then he's ready for the playoffs. I just hope that's going to be. But I do, honest to God, I really feel confident that we, with this team, will make the Wembley final. Now, Wembley final is a different kettle of fish, like I said before. I think Sheffield United, for me, will make it to Wembley, and it'll be two teams in red and whites in the final at Wembley. No disrespect to any other team that's in contention, because at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and I know you will have your opinion. You think that you are going to make it to the playoff final as well. So there we go. Subscribe to the channel. Take care. God bless me. God go with you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the match review on Saturday. Good night. God bless. And may God go with you. Bye.